What's up, YouTube? Like, comment, and subscribe. Your boys in the building. Your boys in the building. Yeah, we talking Sixers today, man. How the Sixers team? How it started so great. Well, our hopes of this season started so good, but where we are at now, at 24 and 30, 47 or something like that. Like, we had hopes of a playoff berth at some time this season. Coming into the season with Paul George, Embiid, and Maxey, we didn't even know that Darren McCain was a great draft pick. It's crazy to believe that right now we're in the running for top five worst records in the NBA. So you basically like, I wanted to do this show today to basically try to figure out, since we see Quinn Grimes having such a great beginning of the season and things like that. I wanted to try to figure out like, do we, what's the price for Quinn Grimes? What players do we want to keep after this season? We got, I think Eric Gordon is a player that has an option. We got Kelly Oubre. We got Yabusele. We got, that's basically, I think, them four players. Oubre, Edwards is signed for a standard NBA contract. Jared Butler is signed. So I think we might keep them for the next season, but maybe they could be in this opinion because I don't think anybody's off the table. Like they can get traded. Uh, so right there, them players right there, automatically, a lot of Sixers fans wanna like gonna basically try to say like, oh, we shouldn't keep Paul George, we should trade him. But the only viable option I see out there really to trade maybe is like Bradley Beal, and he has a no trade clause. So is he really gonna waive his no trade clause to come to Philly when he's at Phoenix where the weather's better than here, and he already got a somewhat winning team? Unless Durant will be on the table, I don't think Phoenix will give Kevin Durant up for Paul George unless Paul George has like a beginning of the season next year, like a great beginning of next year. What's up, salute? Hit the like button while you ain't here. Appreciate you for watching. Paul George, where I was at was Paul George basically like unless he has like a good beginning of next year and puts his trade value all the way up and the Sixers actually struggle, or not even struggle, maybe they just believe like they need one more pick to like, you know what I'm saying, like get them over. Maybe they believe Paul George will be, and and Kevin Durant doesn't do good in Phoenix beginning next year, because I don't think it could happen in the offseason. This hit the like button while y'all ain't here. Thanks for watching. I don't think it could happen in the beginning. I mean, through this offseason because Paul George has put his trade value so low. I'm doing great. How you doing yourself? Hit the like button while you in here. I want to see some reactions to this live. It's no likes. I got 0 likes in this joint, so I don't know if y'all hitting the wrong. Hit the actual like button, not the hearts, the actual likes. But yeah, uh, because next year I believe, I mean, this off season, it's no way that we could get Kevin Durant for Paul George. I appreciate you for Paul George because at the end of the day, how could we do it at the end of the day? Um, their his trade value is so low, and KD is still balling. KD has had like I think a couple 40-point games, and the Phoenix is actually starting to play good. And the way Paul George has only played a couple games this year, it's no way that that's what we would get. We would no way get no uh Paul George for KD. So Paul George is looking like he's gonna have to play next season, at least the beginning of the season, unless we could do something throughout the. Appreciate you, salute. Hit the like button while you in here. Unless he literally has a great like. He's gonna have to play unless they trade him on draft day for an actual great draft pick, or like mix that they can add the draft pick if they keep their draft pick because it's a lottery. So we don't know if the Sixers can actually even keep their draft pick. So if they're able to keep their draft pick, if it falls out of the top six, because that's I believe that's why they're losing. So the NBA is gonna end up investigating the Sixers. They're gonna end up probably losing the second round pick because that's the reason they're losing is to try to fall into this lower five, the bottom five of the league, to be able to, you know what I'm saying, to get that top five pick to keep their pick. So right now they're like basically not gonna play their stars because of that. But either way, their stars are injured, so we got to take that into account. But Tyrese Maxey, he got an injured back and an injured finger, but is it season ending? That's what we got to figure out because Maxey hasn't played in about 2 weeks, so that's kind of crazy. But yeah, like it's looking like George is gonna have to stay here unless we keep that top five pick and we attach that to him to get a better player. Which that's the only way I believe we could get rid of George. Maxi's staying, and B's probably staying because he just signed that 3 year extension. So what can we really do? Like a team will take Embiid on. Don't get him messed up because he's just coming a year and a half off of an MVP season. So they will take him on the team. Let me close this door, man, because these people are loud. Yeah, but they will definitely hit the like button while y'all in here. Appreciate y'all for watching, man. Man, subscribe up to the channel, man. Let's blow this channel up, man. We gonna get this one blown up. But on top of that, like yeah, as far as the damn, what's my train of thought? So Maxi and Embiid just signed that 3 year extension. So I don't believe that the Sixers have any plans to trade them. They will take them. Any team will take them. Don't get it messed up. But certain teams will take them that don't have like that they fall so short this year because there's only going to be one winner this year and one runner up. So basically, those two, that runner up is probably going to be trying to figure out how to get just as good as the winner, and then everybody else is going to try to get as good as the winner to or to the person they lost to at least. So Embiid is going to be able to get on any of these losing teams from this year. Right now, it's not really a big thing because they're going into the playoffs. But once they actually lose and people start seeing the mismatches in the playoffs and things like that, they'll say, "Oh, we Embiid's on the market. That'll be a X factor, a plus to get us over the hump." So I believe that's the type of deals that the Sixers could get for Embiid. But unless it was for Luka Doncic, I wouldn't trade nobody Embiid for nobody really right now. Unless it's like a younger player that's actually a franchise cornerstone though, because we don't have that on our team. So those three, those that's what I feel about those three guys. Andre Drummond, we need to get rid of him. If we need to attach a second round pick, he's horrible. Like you could see that he's horrible. Adembona is better than him right now, even though he's not as tall. But you could see that Adembona is like at this moment he's better than Andre Drummond. Sorry, and if anybody believe in Andre Drummond, which I believe is probably teams that's still going to believe that struggle with rebounding and things like that, that would be they would be a good destination for Andre Drummond. So try to attach maybe a second round pick or a future second round pick because I know we got a lot of those to try to at least get and maybe we can get a real backup center here and we could or any other position because we need a point guard. So we could trade Andre Drummond for maybe a veteran point guard because Kyle Lowry, I don't know. This he's just gonna get a year older next year. So do you think Kyle Lowry is gonna be able to do anything next year? He's already got a hip injury this year. Do you think they're gonna try to bring back Kyle Lowry? Comment and let me know because I don't believe they could. Eric Gordon had a good month of the season and it kind of messed up our draft position right now because we probably would have had the worst record in the league if he played pretty well during that stretch where we were like 9-2, I believe. We started giving people hope that we was going to get back into the playoffs. Eric Gordon was a good part of that. So to me, Eric Gordon needs to get out of here. He's too old. You know what I'm saying? He kind of messed up our flow this year. The other person, so we had Eric Gordon. So right now we keep him Maxi, we keep him MB, we kind of keep him George unless a crazy offer comes up. Uh, Andre Drummond, get rid of him with a second round pick uh for something. And I'm gonna do another live later on, so we got like I'm kind of game planning more routes to actually see what could be on the table, or maybe more towards the summer what teams are actually getting rid of. But we already know because our team's not going to the playoffs, so we kind of know what we're gonna have and what we're not gonna have. So Andre Drummond with a second round, get rid of him. Eric Gordon, if he's a free agent, let him go. Don't re-sign him. If he's not, I think he got a play option this year. He's probably gonna be back. Kyle Lowry, I don't know. Wait, with Nick Nurse in the relationship they got, but is Nick Nurse even gonna be back? Because Nick Nurse has not given us anything outside of that first maybe 50 something games with Embiid. That's the only thing he could probably impress us with. Is the first 50 something games with Embiid that they were like the third seed in the East. But other than that, what has Nick Nurse done since he's been here? Not very much. He's been horrible. He was horrible in the second half of last year. The second half of last year with Maxi, that they had a horrible record until Embiid came back and they won 8 straight. So it seems like Nurse can't play without Embiid, but also you can't kind of fire him because he came out here with the impression of playing with Embiid. So I don't know, but yeah, Kyle Lowry has to go. Period. Like you got to get a like a better veteran point guard. I don't know where they could get it from, but maybe a little younger, maybe 30, 30 something, maybe at least 30, not 40. But yeah, Yabusele, he could come back for the right price. If they give him 8 million a year, I'm with it. If they overpay him, I don't want it because Kyle, I mean he played pretty well with Embiid, but is Embiid gonna be on his team next year? And the fact that he plays under the rim so much, he's not athletic. He shoot the three. He could shoot the three. He could bang a little. He could bang down low a little bit, but he got to come back for the right price, man, because we need to bring back Queen Grimes. Queen Grimes have great game and he's a great scorer and he doesn't seem like and he kind of has some playmaking ability. So that's I think that will be good with McCain and Maxi. So we need Queen Grimes back to me. So we got to give him at least like 20 million. So the mo I don't even think we're gonna have enough to pay Kelly Oubre. But I think that Quentin Grimes is a better fit than Kelly Oubre at that position. Even though Kelly Oubre is like 6'7" or so, but we're gonna have Paul George. So Paul George is gonna give us length too. We can't have non-shooters in the lineup with Embiid. It's not gonna work. And I'm not gonna lie. Oubre plays way better with Embiid, but I just believe that I want Oubre back, but I believe that with us having to sign Queen Grimes, I don't think we're gonna have enough money to sign him back. That's the only problem. Yeah, so right now we kept MB, we kept Max, we kept George. Got rid of Drummond, got rid of Eric Gordon. I mean, we really don't got no choice with Eric Gordon. It's up to him. I think you got a play option. Uh, Kyle Lowry out of here. Um, Kelly Oubre, I don't think we could afford him, so he's probably gonna get like at least 10 million from somebody else. I don't think we ever gonna be able to afford that. Probably the most we could give him probably the veteran minimum, and I don't think he's gonna play for that. He already took a discount. But if he's on a player option, maybe we could keep him. If he just signs into his player option, that might be the good part about that. Because I think we could go over the cap signing our own players. So maybe we will keep Kelly Oubre. Justin Edwards got a standard NBA contract. We probably keep him, and he's been a good player this year. Which I was saying that at the beginning of the year. I thought Justin Edwards was going to be good, and he's like kind of looking like a good left hand scorer right now. So I kind of like his game. We already said Quinn Grimes. We keep him. Bona had a couple good games, couple rebounding good games, and getting better and better. The more rotation minutes he get, the big thing was him. He was too anxious, and he was like you know, moving screens, things like that, like overplaying people. But yeah, little by little, he's becoming a better player with the game speed. So we can't really hold it against it because he didn't play a ton of minutes in the beginning of the year to make him like get used to the speed of the NBA game. Jared Butler, he's okay point guard, but I just don't like him because he's small. Like he's gonna be a mismatch problem, but maybe I don't know. I don't think they're gonna keep Jared Butler. I think he's gonna be like a person that they send down to the G League and stuff like that next year because Quinn Grimes gonna play more of a point guard role to me. To me, they like experiment with Quinn Grimes being a point guard, so I think they're gonna play him in that role more. And then Bona, yeah, we keep that him. And the other players, basically, that's basically the main lineup for the Sixers. The other players is like for set players like that. I don't think they're gonna be like summer league called up, see if they can do anything. Other players gonna get called into see which players do better because we're gonna have to keep our rookies. We gotta bring Darren McCain back for sure. Our rookies that come in. So yeah, But the Sixers team, man, this it's just horrible. They had a horrible season, but hopefully next year they make the right moves and they're gonna. I mean, I don't know what it is with Josh Harris, but it looked like he's gonna keep Daryl Morey to make these moves next year. I don't think he's gonna get rid of him. It doesn't make. But the thing is with that thing that interview he did talking about he does AI to make the business decisions, GM decisions, and also that he literally let the Sixers fans act with anger and all that. I think that's gonna have to be the move. They're gonna have to fire Daryl Morey, which is kind of horrible because he made the signing of Paul George. So if they bring another GM in here, it's gonna be like basically like I'm not really gonna have no attachment to Paul George because I didn't bring him in here. I'm not gonna have no attachment to the coach. That's how it always happens when you get a new GM. They want to bring their own coaching. They want to bring their own players. But that GM gonna have to know the players that we working on what we got. So he gonna have probably have a little, a player to get out of the players and get his type of players in because every GM has their type of players. But yeah, but that's basically what I was thinking for this episode. And we yeah, I was up to Nick Nurse, Daryl Morey, keeping Daryl Morey. I guess they use Ellen Brandon to scout. I'm pretty sure to scout the players. So, but he making good draft decisions. If we going by Daryl Morey and what he's been doing as a drafter, and we don't never see Owen Brand, maybe Owen Brand is scouting in the scouting department of the season. He making more moves on the because he did was making more moves on the G League. So maybe he's making more of the moves on drafting, and Daryl Morey's just a face of it because he's doing a lot of the trades and things like that. Because a lot of the trades get put like, oh, Daryl Morey's a liar, like James Harden saying the signings, and he does get like he got traction by getting Paul George, but look at how it's come out. It's not a good sign so far, but maybe next year could be a good sign. But who knows? We're gonna keep up with more content. You know, we're gonna keep updating y'all with any thoughts that we got on the Sixers. Comment on this and let me know what y'all think about how we should go about rebuilding this team. We got a game tonight at 6 against the Hawks, so that should be a pretty good game tonight. We probably, we looking to lose because we tied with Brooklyn for the fifth worst record. So, but they had the tiebreaker. So if we match their record, it's not really gonna be a problem. But if we kind of get one more loss than them, then it's gonna be a problem because we're gonna go to 6 and then we're gonna be like right there to keep the pick or not keep the pick. And everybody wants to get that first pick, bro. But it's a lot of good players coming out showing themselves in the draft. In the draft, and once you have that, I mean, in the tournament, and once you have that first pick, you can also trade down if you know what I'm saying. You get to a point where you can't. The players that you have there is not filling the need on the team. But comment and let me know. Like, comment, and subscribe. And thanks for watching. And comment and let me know topics and oh, appreciate you, bro. Shout out to Sabaz the Gamer. Keep being in the zone watching all the time, man. Keep like, comment, and subscribe, bro. Share this joint out to your people. But yeah, comment and let me know what some thoughts on some live I should do and stuff like that. As far as on sports and stuff like that, I'll do any type of live. But right now we stick it to the Sixers. But right now it's such a down season on the Sixers that it's feeling like we gonna have to maybe like bring in more content in here and stuff like that. But yeah, have a great day, though, man. Shout out to everybody that joined. Thanks for uh, thanks for watching. Subscribe. Have a good day.